Welcome to the deep dive. Today, you've brought us something really special. It's the first chapter in a story following a 9-year-old learner, Neil, on his exploration of Tacoma City.
That's right. And our mission here is to synthesize the sources on Tacoma, the city of destiny. We're talking industrial grit, ancient magic, and some really dominant Pokemon types.
Steel, water, and that very specific glass rock psychic variant.
Exactly. We're looking for those surprising connections between the city's real history and what Neil discovers.
Okay, let's jump right in. The city's whole identity is wrapped up in that nickname, the City of Destiny. And that points us straight to the landmark Union Station and the founding legend of...
Destin Rail, the colossal steel psychic type.
Right.
And what's so fascinating in the lore is that Destin Rail isn't just a passenger on the rails, it's the architect.
The architect. How so?
Well, this massive train serpent of living iron traveled the entire continent. And it wasn't just following lines, it was creating them, literally flattening the Earth, aligning magnetic fields.
Yeah.
And it all ended when it drove its head deep into the Earth at Puget Sound and, declared Tacoma the terminus of fate. The industry there isn't just industry, it's a psychic manifestation of this creature.
That makes the sensory data Neil collected near the old station instantly relevant. He specifically noted his compass just spinning wildly.
That lines up perfectly.
But wait, if Destin Rail is a creature of living iron, a steel type, doesn't that imply a huge vulnerability to all the water types you'd find in Puget Sound?
That is a brilliant strategic question. The lore suggests its psychic typing creates a kind of a magnetic defense barrier. It helps repel that corrosive marine energy.
Okay, so it has a built-in defense.
Yeah, and the locals have this claim that when a new era is about to begin, you can hear Destin Rail's low, melodic whistle, and it guides travelers toward their true fate. It's all tied to belief.
So if Destin Rail laid the steel foundation, the city's static destiny, maybe the intense heat at the waterfront is about actively remolding that fate. Let's shift to the Museum of Glass, that huge 90-foot stainless steel cone.
Yes, the hot shop. This is where the elemental fire barrier is at its thinnest, and it's where Neil had his first major encounter.
With Glaston.
With Glaston.
Yeah.
A stunning fire and glass type. It's technically a rock variant.
The combination is wild. So it has the rock defense from the glass body.
Exactly. Reinforced glass for defense, but it also serves as a volatile focus for these devastating fire attacks. They look like foxes, and they emerge right from the molten furnaces.
And they feed on the colors from the Chihuly Bridge of Glass, right, to power their attacks.
That's the one. They absorb that vivid color to fuel their crystalline moves.
Okay, and this is where it gets really clever. This shows Neil's ingenuity. He didn't use brute force to lure one out. He used his chess skills.
It's just a perfect example of strategy over power. He actually predicted the Pokemon's movement pattern across the glass tiles.
Like a knight moving in L shapes?
A perfect L shape, yeah. He mapped it out. But that brings us to a crucial warning for any trainer.
The refraction attack.
The refraction attack is no joke. If a Glaston uses that move when the midday sun is hitting all that glass at the museum, the flash is far, far brighter than a military-grade flash bang. It's a real lesson in environmental awareness.
Okay, so we pivot from fire and glass to the sleeping giant, the Tacoma Dome. Neil called it the Great Wooden Egg.
A very apt name. It's one of the world's largest naturally roofed structures, and the folklore around it is just expansive.
The story is that it's the discarded shell of some ancient Pokemon.
An ancient Pokemon that protected the Sound during the Great Glaciation, yeah. But the mystery is what's suspected to be living underneath it now.
And that would be Dopement.
Dopement, a massive, sedentary, mossy turtle. It's grass steel, so the grass typing draws slow, steady energy from the earth, and the steel provides, well, impenetrable armor.
And the core of this legend is that it gets its sustenance from the destiny energy of the thousands of people gathered inside.
A literal collective fate battery. Whether it's a concert or a big game, it feeds on that energy.
Neil saw this firsthand.
He did. He saw some local kids playing soccer nearby, and he noted that the wood of the dome itself was humming with the energy they were generating.
The connection is that palpable.
It is. But the most surprising detail, the real aha moment for him, was when he finally caught his Glaston. He swears he saw the entire building blink.
The whole dome blinked.
Like a giant eye opening for just a second. It suggests the city's destiny is somehow reacting to his own personal journey.
That was an incredible synthesis. We went from continental rail lines all the way down to a 9-year-old's chess move. A true deep dive through Tacoma, where destiny is laid by rails and fire is contained in glass.
And here's a final thought for you to mull over. If the massive dome draws its sustenance from the destiny energy generated by thousands of people inside the Tacoma Dome, what happens to the city's collective fate when the Great Wooden Egg is completely empty? Something for you to explore on your own.